Hey everybody, it's David here. This is going to be the first in a series of video trainings. It's just a no BS internet marketing training from beginning to promoting and making your first income and making your first leads online. It's a very simple process. You'll probably see a lot of other BS out there telling you need this, you need that. There are a lot of tools that are helpful, and I do promote a lot of tools to use, but don't get overwhelmed with all that. There's only a few simple tools that you need to begin and get started making money online. So, with that said, the very first tool, and it's a must-have, it'll be a tool that you'll have through your entire internet marketing career, is an autoresponder. And what that is, it's just a way to collect email addresses and market to those people. So you'll want to set up, I use GetResponse, so that's what I'm kind of promoting here, and I'll show you how to use it. So what you'll do, you'll click the link somewhere in the description on this page, and then get signed up. You'll want to make sure to get the package that includes landing pages if you want to follow along with my tutorial. There's a lot of other companies that do just landing pages. I like to have everything in-house. I like to have my email, autoresponder, and my landing pages all in one, all with one company. It just makes integration a lot easier, especially for the beginner. So look at their packages, get the package that, if you're just barely starting and you don't have an email list, you can get the lowest amount of emails, which I think is 2,500. So your account will hold 2,500 emails, and then the landing pages included is $45 a month, I believe. Still, I'm not sure if that price will fluctuate, but it's cheap. So, like I said, this is one of the most important tools that you'll ever use in your internet marketing career. So it'll be with you forever. So this is the home base. So once you get set up with GetResponse, what you're going to want to do is get that package set up. And you'll also get a free trial, I believe. I think it's a whole month that you'll get a free trial if you use the link below or wherever it is on this page. So once you're set up, you'll want to log in. The very first thing that you'll want to do is come over here to this little section right here, your current campaign. I have tons of campaigns in here. Um, but what we're going to want to do is create campaigns, and then we're just going to want to give it a name. So you can just give it a generic name. This would be for any type of product that you're promoting. So if you're promoting just a free course by David Woodbury, we would do that. And the thing with this is this campaign name, it scans the entire GetResponse database. So if somebody else has that campaign name anywhere in the database, it won't let you create it. So you got to kind of make it unique. So what we'll do is that one shouldn't be used. So we'll do that, create campaign. So that's done. And what that's going to do is everything that we want to promote for that course, for that free course by David Woodbury, is going to, all those email addresses that we promote are going to go into that campaign, and I'll show you how to integrate that later. The next step would be going to edit campaign settings. Subscribe via email. This is actually good for a few other things, but I'll cover in another video, but we'll just skip that for now. So just kind of leave everything here. This is the email address that I use, and that's the one I want people to, I want notifications sent to. You want to put in your address here, leave it for English, and then we want to make sure we're on the right campaign name. So that's the one we just created. Profile, you can put a logo in or anything like that, but I'm just going to leave this blank. It does not really matter. Rss Feed we will not cover. You don't need to worry about that. We're trying to make this simple. Permission, you can decide on this for yourself. I like to uncheck these, and what these email confirmed opt-ins are is once somebody subscribes to your list, it'll send them an email and tell them they have to click a link to confirm their address. It's good sometimes, but you don't necessarily need it, so I'm just going to uncheck those. And when I uncheck those, did you see those little pop-ups down here? It automatically saves. So um, confirmation message. We are not doing these opt-in confirmations, so we can just ignore all this. Um, okay, and the next thing we want to do, like I said, this is really simple. Um, we have the landing page package, so we want to create a landing page. And there's thousands of templates in here that you can use. So we'll just come through here and see if we can find one that we like. And this is really easy. You don't really need to know any HTML to edit these. It's all kind of what you see is what you get type of editing. So um, all the editing is done right on page here. I think I kind of like this one. I've used this one before and it does pretty good. So we're just going to use this template. So here we are. So you can see all these fields I can edit. You know, if I wanted to put in 2016 edition, I could just select this text, put in free marketing course by David, or some type of catchy headline, you know. You can do your research on that, and I might put up a video on that later, but you want to put something really catchy there so people enter their address. And then, you know, something similar to this, enter your name and email address to get this free, change this. Oop. And if you accidentally delete something, you can just select these. So, you know, we'll select this text field, and then we can just drag it wherever we want it. Enter your name and email. Get this free course. Make this a little bigger. I like to use, make sure you pick a good font to use also. Studies have actually shown Arial and Georgia are the best fonts to use, just because they're clean looking, so people don't get distracted with these weird, cursive fonts and stuff like that. It's fine if it fits, but we want something really basic and simple. So I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with editing text, so it's not um, anything to really go over there. So once we get that set up, so that's ready to go. And you'll see here, the nice thing about having this integrated with GetResponse with your autoresponder is when you're creating a landing page here, um, it automatically puts this form in. So if I was at another service where I was creating this landing page outside of GetResponse, I'd have to create this form in GetResponse and then, transport it over to, my landing page service. So it's just a lot easier to do it this way. Webform Fields, you'll see when I'm highlighting this field, we can click here. If we want to untick the name and have just the email address, we can do that. I'll go ahead and leave it here. And then we can actually, edit this text. So, and then we can, change the color as well. We'll just go with that one for now. So that's it. Very simple, I like to kind of just use these standard pages, but you can explore these other options. You can change the image in the background. You can bring images in, and put, your logo or something here. And we just click this little image thing. We can come in here and browse through their library, or we can, upload, images and stuff like that. So we'll just delete that out of there for now. And then we want to go to the next step. Oh, I want to back up one page here. So previous step. So up here, you'll see, we can add another landing page. And what GetResponse will do is, whenever you give somebody the link that's going to be created for this page at the end of the process, it'll actually split it up. So 50% of the time people will see this page, 50% of the time people see this other page, and you can see which page is performing better, and you can, delete the one that's not doing so well later on if you want to do that. But we're just going to leave this simple and leave one page. So, what we've created, we'll just leave it at that. The thank you page, this is going to be, we're not going to use it for this, but you want to make sure if you're going to use this, and I'll explain it on the next step, you want to make sure this is relevant to what you want this to say after they opt in. So this is, the thank you page would be what they see after they opt in normally, but we're not going to do that this time. So you want to make sure, you say thanks for downloading my free course or whatever here. You just want to make sure that's relevant. But like I said, you can just leave that alone for now. We're going to skip that and go to the next step. I just wanted to explain what that portion is. Page title, we'll just create a and then we can put in our description. Like I said, something catchy there. So this is, that little text. So this is going to be, you can actually rank these pages on Google. So, this is what you'll see in the search results on Google if your page ends up ranking, which I'll cover that kind of thing on another video. But this is the headline, and this is that small amount of text that's underneath your headline on Google search. You want to keep this pretty short, just because Google only, I think it's 150 characters that Google actually shows. So you want to make sure that it's able to show your entire description on the Google search results. Otherwise, it'll get cut off by Google. We want to leave this unchecked because we do want our meta tags for Google. Like I said, you can ignore that. That's something a little more complicated for later on. And then we can create a free, with GetResponse, we get a free domain with our landing page. So if you have your own domain and you're advanced that way, you can do this. Like if you have one with GoDaddy or something and you want this landing page to be integrated into that, you can do it. But we're going to make this simple, so we're going to use the built-in domain. So I'll put in a free marketing, David's free marketing course, and it'll tell you right away if that's been used or not. So this will be your URL, davidsfreemarketingcourse.gr8.com. You have a few other descriptions or other URLs here that you can use as well, but GR8 is the best. It's the easiest. So here's where we choose that campaign that we created earlier. We want to make sure that we're on that campaign here. Confirmed opt-in, we do not want to do that. Thank you page, we're going to do a custom thank you page here. So this is where that last step I told you, where you'd create a relevant thank you page for somebody opting in, but we're not going to send them to that page. We're going to send them to a custom page, which would be, this would be your affiliate offer or the free course download page, your website, or whatever. So I would just put in here, I'm just going to use my website just for sake of showing you how it works. So now after somebody enters their email and name, it's going to, after they submit, it's going to go to this URL. So if you have a ClickBank offer or something you're promoting, another company, free report, free course, or anything you want to promote, you collect their email, which is the most important step in internet marketing, and then you send them to your offer. About 80 to 90% of the time, nobody's going to buy your product on the first time. Um, I like to use free products a lot just because I can collect a lot of emails that way. Usually people don't have a problem putting in an email address for something for free. So um, I like to do that, but you can do this however you want. This is just a tutorial of how to get things set up. So once we've done that, um, analytics, if you have a Google Analytics account, you can put in your ID here, and that'll be something I can cover later on. But we don't need to worry about that. AdWords conversion tracking, we don't need to worry about that either right now. We're trying to keep this simple, like I said. So once we're done with that, we just click publish. And here we are. So here's the URL that we'll share. So we'll take this URL and we will test it here. And I always test my landing pages just to make sure that everything's working. So once we click that, it's going to take me straight to that website that I did. So in this case, it's going to take me to my website, and you can see here I get notifications when anybody signs up. So this is going to tell me the person's name, their email address, and which campaign they signed up to. So in this case, it was just a test. That was me signing up to my own deal. So you can see how easy that was, and hopefully that helps you guys a little bit. Getting started, like I said, this is the most important step of being an internet marketer. So now I can just go around and share that link, which we'll discuss different traffic methods later on. But this was just a quick tutorial how to get that set up. Anyway, guys, take care. We'll see you on the next one.